The camera swiftly moves through a narrow, dark hallway, the sound of hurried footsteps echoing. A young woman, Elena, runs desperately. The air is thick and an overwhelming sense of impending danger lingers. She looks back, but sees nothing. Her eyes are wide with fear, reflecting the intensity of the moment. She dodges a corner, bumping lightly into the wall, hearing a muffled sound of something dragging behind her. The suspense grows heavier. She reaches an old door and, without thinking, pushes it open. As it creaks, the scene abruptly shifts to a room filled with ancient books. Elena gasps, taking in the surroundings. A single book rests on a table. Something faintly glimmers on its cover. The tension thickens. As Elena steps closer to the book, a voice echoes from behind her. "You shouldn't have come here." Elena freezes, but there's no one in sight. She slowly turns, scanning the room with her eyes, but everything seems still, silent. The camera focuses on the book again as if it's calling to her. She approaches cautiously, and with a hesitant gesture, opens the cover. The words on the pages rearrange themselves as if they live independently. Elena stares at them, confused. The voice that had warned her rings out again, now closer. The truth never comes without a price. Elena attempts to flip the pages, but they resist, as if held together by something invisible. The tension rises as the camera zooms in on her eyes, showing her determination. She takes a deep breath and begins to read aloud, even though she knows that doing so might trigger something dangerous. As she reads, the environment around her starts to shift. The lights flicker, and the air grows dense. Strange shadows dance on the walls, and the temperature plummets. With every word she speaks, more disturbances fill the room. The final page of the book turns by itself, and Elena gazes at it, stunned. Suddenly, a hooded figure materializes from the darkness behind her. The sound of something dragging intensifies as the figure draws nearer. Elena turns to face it, her face pale with terror. The figure stands silently, watching her with empty eyes. Elena tries to step back, but she finds herself frozen, unable to move. The room around her seems to shrink, pushing her closer to the figure's gaze. A soft whisper, as if from the book itself, says, "Now you can't turn back." The room begins to spin, distorting reality. The book, now closed, falls to the floor with a loud thud. Elena tries to scream, but her voice is drowned out by a deafening sound that emanates from the book. The figure moves forward, and the space around Elena begins to disintegrate, leaving her suspended in a dark void. She doesn't understand what is happening, but the sensation of everything breaking apart is overwhelming. The sound of pages turning returns, and the last page of the book is revealed. Elena desperately stares at the final words. The last warning reads, "The end is only the beginning." Suddenly, Elena is pulled into the book. She screams, but her voice fades as the hooded figure whispers her name. The scene trembles, warps, and for a moment everything falls silent. The book snaps shut with a muffled sound. The emptiness now fills the space she once occupied. The camera lingers on the closed book on the table. The sound of heavy breathing fills the room, and the camera slowly zooms in on the book. Elena's voice, calm and ominous, echoes. "You thought the story would end here? That's not what you expected." The screen fades to black and the words appear slowly. Discover what happens next. Subscribe now. Comini.